Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for round 6 of the ARC Rallycross Championship. We visit the very real Rallycross circuit in South Africa known as Wildcrest. Apparently AJ didn't know it was real. Apparently we have a reworked heat system due to lower attendance this week, so as I understand it, both drivers will be running 2 heats for bonus points, as we were not even going to have more than 12 people.
Yeah, it sounds like the format's going to be the bonus points that you get from the heats will be based upon average finish across each driver's 2 heats. Nevertheless, they're about to get going here.
You are very quiet.
Am I?
You're just, yeah, you're like speaking low. While you fix that, we are green from the first heat here at Wildcross. We have... There we go, that's fixed. We have very much bottlenecks at turn 1.
Yeah,
the first
that shoved it 3 wide, it seems.
Oh, that's a camera shot. We have Travis Van Oostendorp, AJ Knickel, Fidel Fabian. What are these cameras? Jamie Wright and Alex Fox as the competitors in Heat 1. But nobody's going to be sent home even if they didn't finish in the top 3 here. Van Oostendorp already with a decent lead over Knickel, as he got an aggressive jump off of the race start.
Well, Travis seems to be one that's gotten these amazing starts. No matter what race it's been, it doesn't matter. He gets an amazing launch off the grid and, you know, leading points for a logical reason. He's been the best guy all season long. We're seeing him prove that furthermore.
As Van Oostendorp takes the early joker, followed by, I believe, Fidel Fabian, yes. The joker didn't lose Van Oostendorp a whole lot of time, only lost him a few tenths. AJ's right there, but he hasn't made the joker yet, so... He's also...
Wildcrest is one of those weird tracks where the joker doesn't really slow you down that much if you take it perfectly, and it seems he did lose a little bit of time, but... Nothing,
he lost about 5-6
tenths. Yeah. But AJ's hot on his heels, it seems, so maybe he can make a last-second run if he gets a good joker here.
As he's missing a front bumper. I imagine the cones and bollards scattered around the place, probably to blame for that.
Yeah, and as you see that 5/10 difference that you mentioned, there it was right there. But Fidel Fabian's going to be all over Knickel right here. Fabian, who is also in the title fight, I believe, honestly, AJ's the only guy that's out of this, besides Alex Fox, but a little bit of contact.
Fidel's super close there. I don't think there was, but there wasn't much of a separation. Huge curb hop for Knickel.
Now, this is one of those races, oh, well, there's Alex Fox, did not see him there, so going a lap down and in a 6-lap race, not necessarily the most ideal thing. Not sure if that's a lack of practice or whatever the case, but Van
Oostendorp with a bit of understeer there, but he has a cushion, so that's not quite going to kill his day. The small mishap there.
Small mishap, but he's still got a second lead over Knickel. AJ's got to put something together on these last lap and a half that he's got to put something together on Travis, but I don't think there's going to be much for him unless Travis makes a mistake, but he is driving away from Fidel Fabian.
I can just see what the lines he's taking. He's pushing everything that Volkswagen is worth, and he's just not finding enough.
Fabian around.
And he was also pushing it. I think he got a bad landing off the jump there.
That's what it did seem like, and you see the blocks, those things are menaces here. You hit one of them just the slightest bit, it's either a ton of damage or you're getting stuck in them and probably going around, so never want to get involved in those things, but you see a few of them are kind of in awkward spots, so someone's met those blocks already.
As Travis Van Oostendorp heads over the jump one more time, he's going to meet the finish line and win the first heat, narrowly over Knickel.
Yeah, about, what was that, 4/10 separating the two. Fidel Fabian, we had that error off the jump last time by. He'll obviously be taking that into the drawing boards for his next heat run. But you see Jamie Wright and Alex Fox make their way to the line.
Yeah, bonus points based on average finish. So the semis are what matters for the big points as we look at that very PlayStation 2. Honestly, it's like a PS1 textured NPC there. Ugh. It's not great to look at.
Something that I find interesting looking at this right now is AJ Knickel and Fidel Fabian both with the 36.2, Travis with the 36.6. So obviously there's a lot more consistency with Travis considering he was able to hold that gap, but AJ and Fabian able to knock out heater lap time. So that's going to be the toss-up here. Is it consistency the matter, or can you just knock out one hot lap and make it count for your entire heat?
Yeah, I think those two laps when those two came and they were trying to catch Travis, they were both pushing the limits of their vehicle to try and stick with him, and it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, well, that's obviously something to start out with this new heat system for this week. Not sure if this will stick around much longer, but I'm about
Depends
to
on
see
the
what
attendance we get going forward, I think.
That is true. Well, your Heat 2 lineup is going to involve Jonathan Juergensmeyer, Matthew Stotts, myself, Adam Pelk, Jamie Wright, and Seth Heyman. I'm not entirely sure if Seth Heyman is here or not, but I guess we'll find out momentarily. So I'm assuming I'll be swapping out with AJ for this one, so I'll be back for another week.
And we continue the trend of the revolving door of co-commentators in Rallycross to always keep things spiced up just a little bit. I'm sure AJ is just working on getting the Heat 2 competitors in the lobby before he works on getting in here. My head itches, or seen in the lobby. As we see there, Adam Pelk is making his first start in ARC Rallycross on the season, now that he finally has free time from his personal commitments, which I think is just, the bowling team or something like that at his school, if I'm not mistaken. And there is the door spins once more. The revolving door.
It's the way it should be, though. It makes for good commentary. You get multiple kind of perspectives. I'm excited. This track's a lot of fun.
Yeah, certainly a lot better than Knockhill.
How was Heat 1 from your view?
Well, at least it was close, and it wasn't just somebody walking away. We've seen that plenty of times.
I said to him after, I kept you honest. He goes, I was taking my sweet time. I'm like, okay.
Dude's got that anime girl personality. I was just going easy on you. Like, you only maybe used 10% of my power, dude.
Yeah, I will say I was pretty much full power on edge the entire way around there, so,
Yeah, I saw that. You even did some weight reduction to try and keep up, and that still wasn't enough.
Yeah. Those, the bollards are pretty predictable, at least this time. They always kind of... It's not like Hockenheim, where you can hit one that might give you like 20 damage. It's like these are probably going to give you about 1 every single time. So, you can hit them 100 times before it's a problem, basically.
I think it's from like 1 to 3 in my experience.
But, yeah, 6 cars in the grid. Who's your pick?
I'm going to go with a bit of a wild card. I'm going to say Juergensmeyer because Stotts has not had the best luck lately.
I think it's Stotts to lose, to be honest. I think your wild card could be Adam Pelk. He's been really good at Rallycross in the past, but he's also been out of the seat for a really long time. But he's got quite a few Rallycross wins to his name, so that's my dark horse.
Well, Stotts gets that classic Honda launch, and he gets away with the lead with ease.
I was going to say, off into turn 1, we saw Jamie go in very deep, but he managed to take P2 away. But that's just, oh my, a little bit of contact there on the edge of Jamie's car. But yeah, Stotts already walking away with this. This is about the best he could have asked for. Front end damage to the front of the Volkswagen.
I think
Jamie's
that's why.
Head on in the wall.
I think Scarborough finally gave him the finishing maneuver heading towards the hairpin and sent Jamie off into Neverland. Oh my word,
goodness.
that is super out of place. Seth Heyman just went for a ride.
That was a huge accident. He went up over the tabletop a little bit sideways, clipped the top of that barrier, pitched him into a roll, but he'll keep going. Luckily, not a event-ending incident when you're talking about a game, but yeah, it's not gonna really treat him all that well when it comes to, you know, his result at the end of this, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's missing a few parts of his Audi after that collision.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, looking at this, though, it's just boding even more well for the Honda Civic team. Every week they seem to get a lot of the points gathered, whether it's in the heat or or in the final, just through these like consistent results. Jurgen into a half spin, full spin there.
Oh, and he gets collected by Seth Heyman.
He collected Pelk. I think
no,
that
that's
was
not
Adam
him.
Pelk, yes?
Yeah, that was Pelk. I didn't know Pelk was in an Audi. I thought he was in a Ford.
No, he's that's Team ECR, the two Audis, him and Seth Heyman. Lucky to end up in the same heat together.
Yeah, he's been out of the seat for a while, but he's in third now, so he's not super far out of practice from what I can see. He's going to have 2 heats worth of track time. He could probably be a contestant in the semifinals with any luck.
I mean, yeah, Adam, he's always really consistent when it comes to Rallycross. He doesn't tend to put his car into a position where he can fence himself or something. But he does tend to not really have the pace when we're talking about somebody like Stotts. But I don't know how much of that's down to driver skill versus, you know, when we're talking about just the... I hate to pound this home every single week, but there is a significant differential between the Honda and the other cars in this field.
I feel like one thing you don't necessarily fully understand that I feel like I do is from personal experience, but temperaments and just driver tendency. It's not even just a driving style thing, but driver tendency. Adam Pelk doesn't put his vehicle in those bad positions, but that also means he's never reaching the limit. And Jurgensmeyer is reaching the limit, and he is caught back up to the Audi with some aggressive rally crossing. Well, Adam Pelk nearly does put himself in the fence. He manages to keep the car safe. Not really the word I was supposed to use there, but... Ooh, very close to contact between Jurgensmeyer and Pelk. I don't think I've seen these two share the track. Oh!
Oh, slight contact.
Oh, about that one.
And looks like it looks like he's out of gas.
Oh, well, that's why he was hit. And Matthew Stotts is just going to cruise to the easiest heat W he's probably ever going to have.
Yeah, that's
Scarborough
really
will grab second.
Really sad end to the heat for Adam, but unfortunately that's how it goes sometimes. These cars absolutely swallow fuel, so it doesn't surprise me.
Depends on how much you use the e-brake.
Shame he couldn't find reverse there, but it's hard to find reverse when you don't have any fuel left. And we see Seth go for
Seth Heyman found reverse, and he's found the Twilight Zone. That was a fun camera.
And he's continued.
I don't think we can really blame him for using the track reset there. He was at the line. Might as well.
Yeah.
Save us the time.
Dots will take home the most points for that one.
So we get our PS1 Twisted Metal 2 NPC standing there again.
Yep. I'm just tallying points now for after Heat 2.
Yeah, even though 36.2s were considered like the fast lap in Heat 1, Matthew Stotts decides he's just going to pull 34.9 out of thin air and just flex on everybody as he wins by 11 seconds.
And Adam got 2 points no. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to tally points up here. I'm a little dumb. Jamie would have gotten 1 point. Two for Adam. 3 for Seth. 4 for Jared. Okay. Good. Okay. Points are done. And yeah, we'll move on to Heat 3 now. I'll get the lobby set up. But I put those in the race thread for if you want to read that off to people for how this is looking so far, Riker.
Never, my tablet wants to correspond. There we go. Yeah, so apparently it just put a countdown 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Travis and Stotts, the two Hondas, making away with the most points.
I'll interrupt you right now for this. Now Jake will be joining you again. I'm going to do race control for the next one, and then Travis, I think, will be joining you for the last one.
And I'm getting... So, while the random kitchen noises...
Oh.
Alright, well, Mom just got the stream demonetized. Thanks for that.
Anyhow.
Yeah, anyway, weekly mother introduction out of the way. Seriously, she knows darn well, 6 to 7:30, don't make a bunch of noise. And yet, every stream, it seems like there's got to be at least one instance where Mom walks down the stairs and does something in the kitchen.
Ah, yes, traditions. Oh,
Jurgensmeyer has been booted from the session.
Well, not sure if you caught it in Heat 2, but I guess when Jurgensmeyer and Pelk were battling, Adam Pelk ran out of gas.
Yeah, we watched that, because I thought Jurg dumped him, and then he just couldn't find reverse because he couldn't find any fuel.
Yeah. He had 7 liters in the car, which, if you're not aware with how the Rallycross cars work in this game, using a lot of handbrake will burn a lot of gas, so you have to overfuel like crazy. So, obviously, with that being the scenario of, well, that.
Let's see, so... Quick overview of the points. So yeah, the two Hondas both have scored 6, as they've both won their heats. AJ and Scarborough have 5. Fabian and Jurgensmeyer have scored 4, along with Jamie Wright. Seth Heyman has 3 points, and Pelk and Fox have 2 points to their names, scored from the heats anyway. There seem to be a couple of people that are taking a minute.
Yeah, with that being actually, oh, there's more.
Oh, there's Alex Fox. And unless...
That's it. No.
Yeah, because Kazolla's not here yet. He's supposed to be around, but...
Oh, then they may be waiting on Kazola. Nope, they are not. Okay. Well, there's that. Nevertheless, I know you've done, just a couple practice laps for the heck of it, but I don't know. An issue for the Volkswagen I've noticed, things good for about 3 laps and then it's just gone after that. It's a tugboat, so obviously another track where car differences matter so much, but it's interesting to see if Jurg or AJ or Fabian have that issue, but there are no Volkswagens in the scene, so...
What the odds are of that? Wow, English.
Unless AJ ends up performing in this heat. I don't think he is, though. Where is he? Oh, no, he's glitching.
Yep, nope, he's...
Oh, my. Oh. He is...
As he enters the Speed Force, so it is a 4-car heat. Alex Fox, Matthew Stotts, Travis Van Oostendorp, and Adam Pelk will hopefully put a bit more fuel in that vehicle of his so he can actually cross the line.
Yeah, well, he said he had 7 liters in it originally, so maybe moving it up to 11 will be fine. I think it will be. So, gonna be tough to say, but only 4 people in this heat with Kazola not making it. Not sure if they'll allow him partake in the semis, but I guess we'll find out momentarily as we still watch Knickel's car have a moment. Lights are up, and way to go for Heat 3. And a huge launch there again for Matthew Stotts. Those Volkswagens always getting that good launch, but now we're seeing him up against the points leader and his teammate Travis Van Oostendorp, who's having to fight off Alex Fox. Looks like they had elbows out there from Van Oostendorp.
Yeah, Fox was just getting cut off, and he just backed out of it to avoid disaster. Because you're also, I don't know if your just mic is low, if you're talking low, but...
I'm kind of talking low, to be honest.
And everyone says I am bad with excitement.
Yeah. It's because there's people right outside my house. Anyways, Matthew Stotts took the Joker lap right there, and oh my goodness.
Those Audis do not like that jump at all.
Seems that way, but Stotts still all over the back of Van Oostendorp. He already took his Joker. Van Oostendorp hasn't. They both get off the curb very aggressively, hitting on two wheels from it, but Stotts had a blazer in Heat 2, so let's see if he can replicate that and possibly use the hot laps to get away. Van Oostendorp's going to take the Joker right there.
Stotts kind of backed up his exit on the hairpin, so he had to run into the first corner. Out of the Joker, they make huge contact!
Oh!
Stotts finds some foam barriers. He is in the lead, but at what cost?
And he may have some left-rear suspension damage from it. Not too sure, though. The game may have done some magic right there and not given him anything for it. Oh, and he gets
that's not going to help, though. That's probably going to be some left front, though.
Yeah, he's probably got a lot of damage to fight now for the rest of this heat, but still holding off on his teammate Van Oostendorp, the points leader. He needs a good points day if he wants to keep himself in that title fight. And it looks like Stotts
and he's doing everything in his power, and then some. I don't know how he even kept that car on the road.
Well, Matthew feels very confident in his abilities for the Rallycross this season. He went into the season with a lot of doubts, and, you know, he's shown himself. He's won a few finals, what, 2 of them so far this season? And Van Oostendorp, with the awkward exit, gets into the foam barriers as well.
And both these Hondas are being pushed right to their VTEC-powered limits. I think these still have VTEC in them, I don't even know. Maybe not, because rally cars might benefit from high revs.
Sector 2, that would be Adam Pelk. He got it going again, so not sure what his problem was, but the battle
I think he just missed up the hairpin there.
Maybe. The battle for the lead, though, on the other hand, is kind of dissipating as Matthew Stotts pulls out to 2.5 seconds, even with the likelihood of his damage, but I think Van Oostendorp's kind of balanced it out with getting in contact with the foam barriers as well. What was the lap Matthew set in Heat 2? Was it a 34.9? Well, he hasn't even gotten close to that yet. Comes up on 2 lappers. Oh boy, we may have lap traffic on the final lap.
Don't even know if it'll matter. Stotts has that 2.5, nearly 3 second cushion.
That is true, but I don't know. If he makes a mistake like that one more time, it could be crucial.
I don't think he'll even get to them in time. We're at the final turn.
Yeah, but the jump's what matters here. If he gets an awkward landing, it's all gone. Let's see. Oh, Van Oostendorp's around anyway,
Travis is the one that gets awkward. So Matthew Stotts is going to take another heat win. And Travis will spin Allah his way and attempt to glitch the simulation to second place. And we got a battle for not last. I didn't realize these two were on the same lap. Neither of them really taking the S's properly. This is not Adam Pelk. What the heck?
Anyway.
Nick Fox had a terrible exit there, so Pelk is
oh my goodness!
Going to go to space, do a barrel roll, and he's still going to get third here in the heat.
It.
Another happy landing.
Well, points updated after Heat 3. This now has Travis leading, or no, Travis is not leading. Matthew Stotts leads with 12 points. Travis Van Oostendorp 11. Adam Pelk in third with 6. Then a 3-way tie with 5 points, being myself, AJ Knickel, and Alex Fox. Fidel Fabian, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, Jamie Wright with 4, Seth Heyman with 3, and Gabe Cazzola with 2. So they are scoring Cazzola for that, so he may be back in time for Heat 4, or at least the semi, so not really sure what's going on here. But Travis Van Oostendorp will be joining you this Heat, so enjoy that one.
Yeah, another of the door keeps revolving. There's the next contestant step into the ring.
Oh, yeah, I'm back. Did you miss me?
Back? You weren't here to begin with.
Well, I meant like I was back from hell, I guess.
No, this is Wildcrest.
Okay, Jay, calm down. AJ already made that joke. Can't make it again. Oh. Strike's interesting, I'll say that. The Joker is a bit hazardous.
Yeah, it looked like it, to say the least.
Yeah, my teammate decided to stop in the middle of the entrance of it, so I kind of almost died, but it's whatever. We move on to whatever semis we're both going to be in.
So I think the host is waiting a few moments to see if Gabe Cazzola does get here in time.
Yeah, I don't know where he is. He was supposed to be on the race, but I'm not sure now. Called him a couple times, he didn't pick up, so I don't think he'll be racing, unfortunately.
And also Seth Heyman's supposed to be somewhere.
Yeah. Not really sure what to talk about. Because we're kind of just waiting for people to come in the lobby and stuff.
Yeah, these are usually this the time where I just let my voice recover.
That's fair, that's fair.
Alright, I guess we're just starting with neither of them.
Well, Seth might have checked out after his performance in Heat 1. Wasn't the best. Let's look at the lineup for this Heat. So,
Just Team JSR versus Team 44R. Just 4 Volkswagens go into battle.
got some competitive cars though. I think this will be a good race. Jake.
I think they're generally all competitive.
Yeah. I've heard that Jake has some pace. Jurg is second in points, so obviously he's had pace all season. Fidel is Fidel.
Fidel's a wild card. He's had pace at some tracks and other tracks not. AJ's also been wildly, just wild. Wildcrest.
Alright.
And the lights are green, and the final heat is underway. A huge start from, I think that's Fidel Fabian. He's gonna get to the race lead out of 1.
Oh, and there's
and the teammates make a big contact. Scarborough wanted to squeeze through, there was no space.
Let's pull a nice little gap, nice little 1 second gap. See if anybody takes the Joker on this first lap. Everybody's kind of together, so it'd be a little bit hazardous. Fidel takes it, he had a nice gap, I think.
Everybody except for AJ Knickel takes it, in fact.
Let's see where Fidel comes out. Fidel's going to come out way clear. There's going to be a little bit of merge.
AJ will just file in nicely, actually.
Now you just got to try and get enough of a gap to come out ahead of Jurg and Jake and do an overcut for the Joker. Got to be careful through this section when you hit this curve, it'll launch your car.
Yeah, Jake just learned that. He's trying to put the moves on Jurgensmeyer. He's crossed him over like 12 different times.
Yeah,
he couldn't find anything.
Pass here. Right here is a great opportunity to through this little hairpin.
Oh yeah, that's an opportunity, all right. As he just barges Jurgensmeyer aside, a very Rallycross overtake.
Now he's got to set sights on AJ and Fidel.
He will overtake himself.
Completely. AJ's got a good chance to come up side by side of the Joker with Fidel if he has enough pace through the Joker section. See if he takes it this lap.
This
He's
wing
got
camera is
enough gap
stupid.
to where Jake won't have any problems getting by him. He does take it.
Oh,
he
that's
gets-
not it. That's a lot of curbs.
Now he's got to
That's
deal
gonna
with
lose him
Jurg.
both places almost. No, he's clear of Jurg, but he's gonna be overtaken by Scarborough.
Now Scarborough's got a great opportunity to go catch his teammate. He's got clean track, nobody in front of him. AJ misses the first corner back there. Jurg's gonna close in.
There's some teammate combat here.
Fortunately, it just doesn't look like AJ's got enough pace in his car. Back to Jake. Jake's lost a couple of tenths. Not enough to put him out of the race yet. Race for the win, I should say.
We don't need those bollards. Oh, we do need to be going in a straight line, Jacob.
No.
Oh no!
Okay, we have a
Scarborough has been killed,
Oh.
and AJ Knickel just hit a banana peel.
We'll see if that's a race reset. I'm not sure if AJ.
I don't think we do
think
those.
it will be. We did. I don't think we have even had that situation yet. So I think we're not going to have one. It looks like Jake's car is not moving.
Jimmy Wright is happy that Jake Scarborough has just been uppercutted to non-existence.
Yeah, they had a little bit of contact in the second heat, I think.
Yeah, he's been very
happy.
Vocal about that in the chat throughout this whole event.
Jake's, remains as Fidel just has to take it easy as Jurg has to fend off a very damaged AJ. I mean, he's also probably damaged. He did T-bone Jake. The wild crash. Jake got a little bit sideways coming over the jump and it just caught his left side tires and he couldn't do anything about it. It's Fidel. He's going to come over the jump right now, go over the finish line, and Fidel takes E4. And
AJ's around over the tabletop. Jurgensmeyer grabs second place. AJ will limp to third, and Scarborough will sit here and
for 30 seconds.
Ponder
And
life.
think about, yeah. It's really unfortunate. It's just got out from under him, I guess. He just got a little too sideways. You can usually recover from that without flipping, but he just got it completely sideways.
Well, he wouldn't have
Couldn't do anything.
flipped if he didn't get T-boned, though.
Well, he was already on his side, so it was still kind of gonna be hurdled because it probably would have carried over and put him on his lid.
And he was like a dead stop, it seemed like, before the additional contact.
He might have been. It was a good heat though. Before that, I thought Jake was gonna have a shot at Fidel, but unfortunately, it's not how it ended.
Yeah, we've had quite a few almost battles already in the two events this week.
Alright, well, I think I'll stay here just in case, or until, actually, I'll stay here until we figure out semis and see if I'm gonna commentate one of the semis.
And before somehow you, Scarborough, and AJ are all in the same semi, and I'm just left here on my own.
I think I'll be in the second heat, so, because I think I got the second most points. Yeah, I think AJ and Jake are both in heat. I think we might all be in heat 2. Or semi 2.
I was joking.
Trying to figure it out.
Jake just okay. In the chat.
It depends on how he puts Jurg and Jake. Or Jurg and AJ. It depends on who goes before the other. I guess it would go Jurg AJ since Jurg has more points. So I think we're all gonna be in heat 2. Or actually no, I think me and AJ are gonna be in one heat and then Jake's gonna be by himself. I'm not sure.
Clearly.
No, I think it's me and Jake in the first and AJ in the second. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh no, me, AJ, and Jake are all in the same heat. That is... It's wild.
Wildcrest.
Good
You're
point.
welcome.
Yeah, alley-oop, if you will. Well, I don't know if AJ or Jake is gonna commentate this one, or if I'm just gonna stay here. I have no idea how that's gonna work. I think I'm just gonna commentate. I don't know.
Because I'm not being asked anything.
Yep. So I think.
Because I figured if nothing else, like, just like we kind of had before, AJ would just have them like pick. But
Yeah.
I guess we're just not doing that.
I'm all for it. I like commentating. Having a good time. Oh, well.
Are you gonna commentate this one, or am I?
I can. Do you want to?
It's up to you.
Here, you know, I know what we'll do. Coin flip. Alright. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Alright, it's in the air. Here we go.
We're also starting, and Jake is not in the lobby, so.
Well, okay, never mind. Well, it was heads, but unfortunately you can't commentate anyway because we already started the lobbies.
Scarborough's been ratioed by the loading screen.
If it's any consolation, it was heads.
Oh, damn.
Alright, get out of here, scram.
No.
How do you know?
No, he means no.
God. I'm Ghost, am I right?
The way he just got hit just now, he might actually be dead.
Oh god. Alright, well. So this is Fidel, Jerk, Stotts, Adam, Jamie. Not exactly sure what's gonna happen here. I think
probably Rallycross race. Oh, well, good. No,
Oh,
we're moving away. Next.
The classic. Alright, here we go. It's gonna sink and then we're gonna be good.
The invisible lights somewhere are green. They popped up as they went green. Thank you, very helpful.
Oh,
And
no.
Jamie, despite being so judgmental of Jake in the chat, has just clobbered our points leader from the day so far. And Fidel is able to get away scot-free.
Well, Stotts gonna have some work to do. I think he can still do it. He's only 3 seconds back of Jamie. He needs a good joker as somebody just wrecked. That was Jamie.
It is Jamie.
Wrecked. And Jamie is...
Oh, yeah.
Somebody else... Oh, no, that's AJ's purpose.
And body the points leader and then just leave.
Well, that is, I don't know. I don't really have any words. But anyway...
Why am I calling him the points leader? That's you, but he's like the one who scored the most points today, is what I mean.
Yeah. Stotts has caught Adam by about 1.5 seconds. So he's still looking good. Adam has taken his joker. Race for the lead is a little spread out. Fidel's got another second gap as they both take their jokers. We'll see if... I don't think Adam will have any shot at second.
Not yet, no.
Joker's pretty even. Stotts is right on the back of Adam now. He has completely caught him. He just has to make a clean, smart pass. Don't run him off the road.
Pelk might run himself off the road the way he just got off that jump. That Audi does not like the tabletop at all.
He's got 3 laps to do it, so he can take his time. He just has to be patient. Battle for the lead hasn't really started yet. Fidel's managing his second gap. Stop.
I'm so tired of that wing camera. It doesn't make any
Might
sense.
dive? No?
Pelk, I think, expected a dive, and he gave space to a move that wasn't happening.
Adam has picked up the pace a little bit though these last couple laps. He has started to catch Jurg as he makes a little mistake over the finish line. And
Oh, another big save from the Audi driver, but that allows Stotts to move through.
Yeah, just unfortunately not enough pace in the Audi for him to keep up with Stotts as he makes another mistake. He's got to try and keep
He has to
himself
shake off the
in
rust.
game.
This is his first Rallycross race in multiple years.
Yeah. You know, it is Rallycross. Somebody could make a mistake these final 2 laps. He's just got to stay close enough to where somebody does, he has a chance. Not run out of fuel like his last heat. Stotts still even has a shot at the win here. If he gets by Jurg this lap, he might be able to chase down Fidel. Jurg hasn't caught Fidel at all. He's just kept it at a second this entire time.
This whole round has just been stagnation. Big jump from Stotts. It's gonna cost him a shot at getting P2 on this lap unless Jurg makes an equal error.
He's been really fast through this section right here and through the little bend before the jump. It's a good exit. He's gonna get alongside of Jurg. Jurg might just let him by. He does. Smart from Jurg. He just
the line that Stotts could take through there just made it so that there was no holding him behind at all.
Yep. Now Stotts has a lap to gain a second on Fidel and pass. As Adam is... Oh, did Adam spin? That is... Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Oh, speaking of spin, Stotts is around and he has collected Jurgensmeyer.
He's gotta get it back going though. Adam's coming. Adam... Oh, he's stuck on the... No.
He's stuck on the barrier. And that's a track reset, so I don't think that's a... I don't know what we do with those anymore.
I think he got stuck, so it's fair game. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter unless Adam spins out again or runs out of fuel. Fidel's gonna lead every single lap, come home with the win in the semi number 1. Jurg's gonna somehow hold on to second after being in it, and Adam Pelk, after looking like he was gonna be out of it, steals a spot in the main. That's...
I don't know if we'll have any consolation, but I mean, I think we will because we'll have 2 people going home at least. So.
Oh, that's heartbreak for Stotts. It's just
his miserable week continues.
Just got over yesterday the jump a little weird, and not the jump, the little curb that basically you jump. Got over it weird and lost his car into the tough box.
He literally lost his car in a more literal way than usual.
It's really unfortunate because I think he had the best car today. He outpaced me completely in the heat we were in. Won both of his heats. Just unfortunately got taken out on the first lap and was digging too hard while he was in a transfer position at the end.
So the tower crumbles. Playing like Jenga or something. Jurgensmeyer has been kicked again.
Yeah.
You have been kicked again.
Why'd I get kicked?
I don't know. You're supposed to be in the race.
I think it's just because he figured out that you can kick people without them not being allowed back in the lobby, because I told him that. Sorry, I'm back. See, alrighty. Oh, and I...
You're still broadcast. What? Visible confusion.
Oh, that semi was exciting though. A lot more exciting than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, usually you just gotta get through the heats, and then the semis are where the fun begins.
Yep. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go back to the main party. Get myself ready to wreck, hopefully. Hopefully I'll talk to you in Winter Circuit.
And now I am alone. All of my previous co-commentators are in Heat 2. Unless somebody I'm not factoring for just spontaneously appears, but I do not think so. That's my leather chair. Nobody say a word. There should be at least one more person. I think we're waiting on we might be waiting on Seth Heyman, and Jurgensmeyer is the other one. Or Jurgensmeyer is co-commentating. I was like, wait a minute, wasn't Jurgen the last round?
Happy to be here.
Yeah, the robot will co-commentate semi too.
Okay, who's in this? AJ, Travis, Scarborough, and Alex Fox.
It is Alex Fox versus the commentators.
Can Alex pull off an upset? And I don't think it's possible unless someone does what Stotts did last race, but you never know.
Or Jake did in the heat before that. Someone has to go to space, or it just isn't happening.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here, but I don't know. I think it's obviously lopsided against Alex here, being that everyone else in this heat is top 5 in points.
I don't actually know which starting spot is the best or worst. I'm not actually sure who has the advantage here. I think it must be Jake, because he's on the inside lane. If he gets a decent launch, he'll be ahead to 1.
I think it matters more about what car you're in and if you're using, what type of gearing you're using, because, I mean, it's been this entire season, it's been Travis Van Oostendorp and Matthew Stotts getting the best starts every race, being in the Hondas. It's that combined with the fact that they're using automatic gearing that's getting them the best starts every race, so we'll see what happens there.
Which is weird because being in manual would gain you time in the actual race, but the race start is more important in Rallycross than any other race. As the lights go off, and the second of the 2 semifinal rounds is away. As per usual, Travis gets away relatively well, but it'll be AJ who leads us out of turn 1. I don't think Fox even tried into turn 1. He was just like, this is not my problem. Oh, Travis has found the Stotts barriers. He did not get stuck on them. But he's probably just received a lot of damage, if not to his car, then to his pride. Scarborough opting for the Joker. Alex Fox will follow. Or try.
What Travis has to do here, he's got to get ahead of Alex here and then just wait a couple laps, use his Joker, and hope that he could come out ahead of Alex. But at the moment, it looks like he could take his Joker now and come out ahead of Alex Fox.
Yeah, Alex, he kind of missed the Joker just a tiny bit.
Then again, it just takes one mistake. Jake Scarborough, he's been talking about how bad his car's been handling after the first 3 laps. I mean, it's just one mistake with a bad handling car that could put Alex into his first finals of the season.
Very spread out thus far.
AJ, the only one yet to use his Joker. If he uses it now, I still think that he will come out ahead of Jake Scarborough, but as I said, that he's made a mistake that cost him half a second. So opting not to use it, as Jake goes very wide.
They now definitely be safe after whatever error Scarborough just made in the previous turn.
Alex Fox, 19 seconds behind. It's going to take something that happened to the same thing that happened to Jake Scarborough in his final heat race where he went flying. It's going to take something like that, but then again, the field is so spread out, I think
you probably could go flying and be able to land your car again and still have 3rd place locked up.
Exactly. As AJ does use his Joker, he's going to come out ahead of Jake.
Not super far. Eh? Jake is definitely in striking distance as Fox is doing some exploring over there.
Yeah, I'd say he's out of contention for just for this week, as Jake does go around.
Oh, there's that change of direction problem that everybody's been describing with the Volkswagen. Sometimes it just offloads. It doesn't change directions at all.
Yep, I've experienced that. I've had the same thing happen to me in the first heat. But you can't control it, but it's unexpected.
And especially if you were me and you were just doing some laps to kill time. On a controller, you can't save spins, and apparently Travis Van Nistelrooy couldn't save that one either.
I'm surprised with how hard they're pushing. I mean, the gap is a lap. It's the car behind. I mean, they do have a buffer, but I mean, one flip, engine turns off, and just finished the race. As AJ Knickel is going to approach the line here to win his heat.
Matthew Fox is down there celebrating like he's just won. Why do I call him Matthew Fox? That's not his name. Matthew Daly is celebrating like he just won the championship. He's only won a semi-final round. Scarborough second. Travis, well, he gets the bare minimum. He gets third, so the expected outcome happens. As, with no disrespect to Fox, I think we both went into this heat knowing that was kind of how that was going to go. It was just like, who finishes where.
Rooting for an upset, but obviously not today. Yes, I will get ready for my final round now.
So the combatants are set for the final round here for the The combatants are set for the final. Excuse me, my brain appears to have run out of fuel. The finalists are set for the last round here at the Wildcrest Rallycross event for ARX. AJ Knickel, Travis Van Nistelrooy, Jake Scarborough, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, Fidel Fabian, and Adam Pelk are your 6 combatants for the final here. And missing one Matthew Stotts due to him getting caught on a foam barrier and being eliminated in the first semi. The only driver to really get eliminated.
Good evening. Looks like it's me up next.
PlayStation didn't tell me that you were joining.
It was a very last second request, but
I didn't get a notification that you joined the party. That's what I mean.
Oh.
I just suddenly hear someone picking up the mic, and it was just startling. I guess, Alex Fox, who is one of the F1 commentators, so obviously must be in his element, as he'll be joining me in the booth for the final here.
Much more so than on this track, hopefully.
That's why I'm a commentator. I'm past my prime at this point. I was doing 39s here. I wasn't doing spectacular either. I have won ARX races in the past. But you wouldn't think it. We'll keep a watchful eye on. Keep a watchful eye on that Civic. They always get the best starts. The red lights illuminate, and the final is green from Wildcrest. Indeed, Travis gets a good start, but it's not good enough for the lead. Bit of a send from AJ. Jake Scarborough is going to make off with the free real estate. And is that a JSR 1-2? It is. Adam is around as he's been forced onto the inside curb by somebody. Wing camera's not helpful. Van Oostendorp will attempt to squeeze through ahead of Fidel Fabian. A bit of miscommunication there as they hit the Jokers. Fidel with a unique line, and he is around. Don't really quite know what was going through his mind there. As Scarborough has about a second lead, but Travis is pushing that Civic as he's want to do this entire weekend, or day. It's not the weekend, it's Tuesday.
He does seem to really enjoy his time behind the wheel of that car. Got that great start. Those Civics have just been so hot off the line.
It had something to do with the automatic gears, but he doesn't actually use automatic gears in Rallycross because he's short shifting and stuff, and he's just downshifted twice at once. It's just not something the auto gears do in this game. So he's on manual. More barriers for the Civic around, and he collects AJ Knickel too. Those barriers have been a nightmare for CLE today. AJ recovers for second place. No actual positions lost as... Wait, the gears do that? What the heck? Huh. Why are we sitting here? What? AJ has left. Are we restarting for something?
Seems that something is afoot. Not too sure what.
Is it the barriers on the track? Well, I mean, I guess it can't be a Project Cars 2 stream without at least one return to the main menu from a lobby mishap of some description. So it was debris on the track. Well, that's ever so slightly bailed Travis and AJ out, I would say.
It's an interesting call for the full restart given the circumstances, but more for us to enjoy, I suppose.
So we enter the lobby for Finals 2 here from Wildcrest. Alright, we are back on the grid for hopefully the final time tonight. As we're not even shortening the race, we're just gonna pretend that those first 3 laps just did not happen. And now Jake Scarborough starts on the back of the grid. So the game has smited him in this way, and Travis is on the front row. So he's gonna probably take the lead into 1 with the race starts he gets. Unless Jurgensmeyer gets the ultimate launch. The lights are red, and now they are green, and we are away from the finale. Again, 3 wide into turn 1 with all of the Volkswagens accounted for, just about. And indeed, Travis is going to make off like a bandit with the race lead with basically no contest. AJ will make off with P2 and attempt to track down that Civic. As Fidel Fabian gives AJ a bump, but that's just a bit of rallycross driving there. Scarborough opts for the Joker on the first lap. Still gets out ahead of the Audi of Adam Pelk. Barely. And everything is relatively pedestrian on lap 1, but AJ's right there with Van Oostendorp. He must have had a bit of a lacking turn 1 or something or other. This is about to get very close quarters in the final round. What can AJ do to try and grab this lead? He will do the Joker lap is what he will do. And every single every single other Volkswagen will follow. Despite AJ's apparent nosedive, he doesn't lose a whole lot of time for it. So every driver now has done their Joker except for the leader.
And an interesting call by him not to, given that he doesn't have too much of a lead at the moment.
I imagine AJ was probably on do opposite mode. Whatever Travis didn't do, he was going to do, and he saw Travis wasn't making that backed up exit, so who is going to emerge out of the Joker? Travis barely, but you get a better exit, not taking... Uh-oh, that's a huge off! We've gone to space again! And that puts Travis stuck on the banking. These Civics just keep getting stuck on things today. AJ remains in P2 following that. That Joker is indeed a hazard, as was said earlier. Adam Pelk's getting into it a little bit, and we've had a domino effect. And 3 cars are around as a result of that. Basically everybody except for the person that got hit first, being AJ. Travis disconnected. I think he got punted out of the race. That is how hard he just got absolutely clobbered by DeCanickle, who's now looking for an attempt at the race lead on Fidel Fabian. As Fidel negotiated the chaos on the previous lap. AJ with a big curb jump, but he recovers. This wing cam is seriously annoying. You hit up to the final lap, 2, potentially 3 vehicles still in with a chance of taking the victory. AJ with a bit of a save off the tabletop. Very late braking into turn 1, but he cannot find a lane. Fidel broke perfectly. Another curb hop for the Canadian, and that is too much curb. AJ has thrown it away. And that is going to also put him behind even Jurgensmeyer with that disastrous cornering through the S's. He's going to try and battle his teammate for that position, but Fidel Fabian, he's got one more tabletop to navigate. He does so. He's going to get his 2nd win of the week. He's going to win the Wildcrest Rallycross. And it's another JSR 1-2. The Scarborough comes in behind him. Jurgensmeyer with 3rd. He does keep his teammate at bay. Adam Pelk finds some barriers, but I mean, he's shown some pace despite the fact that this is his first Rallycross start in 2 or so years, so at least got to be good for getting some of the rust off of him. Oh my word.
It was an interesting final for sure. Glad we got the restart, all things considered. I mean, it would have ended much differently in that first final, but made it interesting for the second, that's for sure.
Now we got a 9-lap final as far as I'm concerned. So, and here come our podium finishers. I think honestly, just kind of open season. Even if someone wants to invite Adam into this, give him an interview since this is his first start in a long time, and he's a pretty big name in ARC too. Wait to see if anybody else is on their way. I guess I can just... I don't like to do it myself because it just takes it to the blank screen, but then again, we're just staring at the results here either way, so through with the difference. Oh, now we're not even doing that. So AJ just backed out.
Sorry, I gotta look at the replay.
It's quite a replay to look at, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there, to be honest, but disappointing.
A crash.
Yeah.
Let's see here, so...
Yeah, it looks like they met in the middle, to be honest.
Yeah, I came over the tabletop and I was like, I had so much extra speed, so like there was always a gap there. I took it, and because of the extra speed, he landed and took the corner like the apex as you should.
Like,
but
yeah,
I was already
he
in
landed
the air at
taking the
that point.
corner, and you landed, but your car angled off the landing, so you were both literally
Yeah,
just...
there's not a lot. I think I don't feel I could have done much differently there,
I don't
but
think both of you could have done anything.
No, just the mercy of what the jump did, and the jump decided chaos.
Hey, well, you know what? I'm okay because at least I know I had the speed this week. Had that not happened, I would have won that race. So.
All right, so.
Here's everyone join in here.
As I don't know if I saw Jurgensmeyer join or not, but.
No, he is here.
Oh. I think everybody got here at once, and so I didn't really read each individual join thing. So we'll start with the 5th place finisher of the event. Shaking a bit of rust off Adam Pelk, who I think he must be like probably the 3rd longest running active driver in ARC behind me and you, wouldn't it be? Wouldn't he be? Because Adam's been here for a long time.
Yeah, honestly, I think so.
Because a lot of the old guard are just kind of like iRacing guys now, but...
They're coming back. They're coming back.
Yeah, no, because they're iRacing guys and we're on iRacing, but... I mean, that's the basic question. How did it feel to finally get back on the racetrack after however much time since you last made your start, Adam Pelk?
I mean, I thought honestly we had a good car tonight. In the long run, it did get a little loose, but honestly, it feels pretty good just to get back on the track. But yeah, like I said, I wish I did it better tonight. Thought we had a good car, but I just didn't put it in effect.
Yeah, I mean, I basically coined the term "shake off the rust." You gotta crawl today so you can walk and/or run next week, or run in IndyCar. When you take your pick, I suppose.
No idea when I'm gonna run next.
Well, we kind of already covered what happened with that crash in the final, so I don't really feel like that was... I don't think we need to really ask a question on what happened there, because you kind of already talked about what happened there with yourself and Van Oostendorp, but... I guess, like... I don't know, that was my interview question for you. I just kind of went down the drain there, so... So much for that. You have to script these things next time.
I mean, I was going to say, I've since looked at the replay, and exactly what happened that I thought happened. I came over the jump. I had way more speed. He came out of the Joker. Obviously, that's a much tighter line. I went up the inside, and literally on the tabletop, I had an entire extra car of height compared to him. And he came down on the ground, angled toward the apex. And I was still flying through the air, and the moment we hit, I was turning, but there's nothing I could have done at that point because I was carrying so much speed. I mean, really, the fact of the matter is, I don't really understand why he took it at the angle he did, whether he didn't think I'd take the run or not. I'm disappointed, but it is what it is at the end of the day.
That just seems like a hard racing, but, same real estate type of thing as a lot of crashes just tend to be. And then I guess for Jurgensmeyer's question, and kind of give a similar question for the other two in the podium, but I think you weren't behind the crash, were you? With like you weren't third when that crash happened. So I was about to say what went through your head when you found out that those two crashed, but you didn't watch it, so that was Fidel.
Well, I did see Travis in the air. That's all about all I saw.
So I guess the interview question here is: was your mindset push for overtakes on the JSR cars, or just secure the podium?
Well, I saw Travis wreck, and I know I'm second in points, so I knew right away that at least I'd be gaining. And then I saw AJ was behind me. I thought he was wrecked out from that, but I guess not. And then he was all behind me the last lap, so I mean, just trying to bring him third. I mean, I'm not quick enough to catch the top two, so I was just defending from that point and bringing him podium.
And you succeeded. Passing at this track seemed rather difficult, from what I could tell. Most of the time it just happened when people found Tech Pro barriers and got sent in random directions. And then on to our second place finisher with Jake Scarborough, the second car of a second consecutive JSR 1-2 finish on this week's ARC events. Was the thought of pushing for the win even crossing your mind, or were you just trying to make sure you two stayed 1-2 as you reached the finish?
I don't even know. It was just kind of, let's see what happens. I had damage already. I got in contact with, I had some contact with Adam on the first or second lap, whatever. Then contact with Jerk and Adam after Travis wrecked. Just stack-ups and stuff like that. So it was kind of just like, let's see if he holds this together. But to bring home a 1-2, and especially after Jurg and Fabian did that last night for JSR, it's nice. It's a real nice feeling. I'm happy Fabian's kind of riding the momentum right now, and for a team that started out being a first year team, we're on it this year. So Fabian's having his breakout year. Stotts is having his breakout year across all his series, even though he's only on our team for Xfinity. I'm proud of these guys, especially Jurg. Doing what he's doing. He's still in the title fight.
He's quietly putting together seasons and everything he runs. He's never, appropriately of Jurg, he's never really been a standout driver, but he's always been there.
Thanks.
Daytona 500 winner Jonathan Jurgensmeyer.
Oh, I forget 500 because I wasn't there. Yeah, AJ, you'd have to pay me to commentate a plate race, just so you're aware. And then, speaking of paying out, we get to our race winner for the second day in a row. Fidel Fabian gets a Monte Carlo Grand Prix win yesterday, and now he gets a Rallycross win. I can only imagine what your heart rate was like after seeing Travis and AJ attempt a space program. Were you mirror driving, or were you just eyes front? Like, what was your, how were you able to even stay calm there, or were you staying calm there?
I was like a soldier trying to sleep with one eye open, trying to go race my racing line while seeing in my mirror the final boss of ARC right behind me. Seeing that wreck, I thought to myself, just head down, alright, we can do this. It's been, at the start of this season, it was horrific, and I like how slowly but surely every single race got better and better for us. The second place at Linden Hill really brought my spirits up, and seeing myself in third it really boosted my self-confidence going into today. But We gotta thank Burning Rubber Podcast, Jake Scarrow for hiring me for whatever reason, and AJ Knickel making us switch from the Mini to the Volkswagen. Beautiful car. This is a beautiful car. We try to push ourselves into being faster than Honda, and hopefully we can get that championship this season.
Well, I don't know if faster is really on the cards, but it seems as though cleaner or more consistent has been the order of the season for all the Volkswagen teams. Seems every week we got at least one Honda car trying to escape the track. In this case, we had both of them trying, but and Travis probably succeeding if it wasn't for the confines of virtual reality. He got spiked so hard his game crashed. Shades of Rowan Leasar back from the historic F1 championship. But the podium interviews conducted, that is going to wrap things up for this round of the ARC Rallycross Championship. I do not know what the next track is. Should be a Leaves Cross Elimination, but I can't. I was expecting H to cut in there. Oh. That's awkward. Alright, we have their ability to communicate, but as for the next broadcast, that'll probably be the Porsche Super Cup on Thursday. Missed the first race couldn't broadcast the first race due to personal reasons, but those personal reasons should be non-existent as you go into the second round later this week. And then after that is ARC Formula 1, and the cycle continues. So IndyCar meshes in there somewhere along the way now that historic F1 is over. I don't know how many weeks out that is. I think it's 2. But yeah, that'll wrap things up for ARC Rallycross here. Matthew Stock is doing the party as the broadcast is now about to come to it.
That's all my fault. I thought it was already over, bro.
No, I'm doing the outro. You ruined the outro, man.
Go sub to Spin and Win.
Get out of here.